Welcome to Tzu Chi This Week. I'm Mary Lee. It's good to have you with us. Coming up in today's show, China Tzu Chi volunteers in Jiangsu are visiting cataract patients to see how their lives have improved after the surgery. U.S. Tzu Chi volunteers in California are celebrating the grand opening of a new Jinsi Books and Cafe filled with eco-friendly concepts. And in Malaysia, a graduating class from Kuala Lumpur's Da Educare Center is visiting Tzu Chi Care recipients to show their love and support. As China currently does not offer a national health insurance program for those wishing to undergo cataract surgery, they are looking at a price tag of around $300 US. For the average farmer, this is equivalent to 2 years of income, and therefore puts the surgery far out of reach for many. 7 years ago, Tzu Chi started addressing the concerns of the poor that needed this simple yet life-changing surgery, and in this time have helped over 5,000 people receive cataract surgery, giving them a new outlook on life.
At this village in the midst of winter's grip, volunteers arrive bringing warmth and cheer. This grandmother just recently received cataract surgery and joyfully looks at the world once more. She's just one of the 5,000 people here in Jiangsu to receive cataract surgery, thanks to Tzu Chi's help.
After the surgery, I can now see. I feel so much more relaxed now. Thank you all.
With their eyesight returned, the recipients now face the future with smiles and laughter. Another recipient is the sanitation worker.
Before, when sweeping, I couldn't see who or what was in front of me. I would have to just guess at the direction of the road.
Cataract surgery in China costs around 1,800 renminbi, or around $300 US, which is equivalent to 2 years of salary for a farmer. This year in Suqian City, 70 residents received the gift of sight thanks to Tzu Chi.
Before, he wouldn't do anything during the day. Now he will. The pig feed is all bought by him.
This event brings so much good. Why doesn't Suqian have a Tzu Chi liaison office? If we had a liaison office here, it would be great.
For these most recent 70 residents and the thousands that came before them, thanks to Tzu Chi, the world is once again there for them to see and participate in fully.
Also in China, Tzu Chi volunteers in Xiamen visit the poor and sick living in the mountainous area of Luoxi Township every month. The recipients cherish every visit by the volunteers. Let's take a look.
On the journey to the care recipient's home, the volunteers are full of excitement.
To help those elderly, no matter how far or how rough the journey is, will overcome it.
Luoxi Township is over 1 hour drive from Xiamen. Here, Grandma Su Pi has been waiting for Tzu Chi's coming for a month. Grandma Su Pi lives alone. To help the senior live a more comfortable life, volunteers help clean her bed quilt, do her laundry, as well as give her a haircut.
I feel blessed that I can help clean up.
Ye Mingsheng is a scholarship recipient who was raised by her grandparents. To show her gratitude, Ye washes her grandparents' feet. The gesture moves her grandfather to tears, and she receives the blessings of her grandmother.
Studying hard and find success in the future.
At 18, Ye Shuimiao suffered brain atrophy. Since then, he has needed his mother to look after him. During this visit, the volunteers bring Jinsi aphorisms to help him forget his condition for a while. Ye Shuimiao's gratitude towards his mother lights up the room and fills the house with happiness.
Last year, Thailand Tzu Chi volunteer Zhou Wenliang received a blessing and wisdom envelope from Master Zhen Yan. Zhou learned that the rice inside the envelope was the harvest planted by Tzu Chi Hospital's medical staff. Wanting to encourage his people to do the same, Zhou began plans to set up a da'ai farm in Ratchaburi province.
Looking out on the stretch of land, the da'ai farm is filled with golden harvests. It has been 4 months and this is the time everyone has been anticipating. With hats on their heads and sickle in hand, these wives of government officials had never worked on a farm before. And in this moment, they truly felt the hard work of farmers.
Only when I tried it did I understand the efforts of the farmers. I only reaped the harvest for a short while and I already feel exhausted. It must be even more exhausting for the farmers.
4 months ago when the da'ai farm was established, the Wat Kling Hospital superintendent together with Tzu Chi volunteers led the hospital staff in planting the rice seedlings. There was an emphasis on organic farming methods and everyone took shifts to look after the crops. A traditional Thai ceremony also took place to pray for good harvests.
This kind of ceremony is a spiritual encouragement for the farmers, is to ask the gods to bless the land and ensure a good harvest. Everyone hopes that this rice can be shared with the sick and suffering, so we put in extra effort.
The hard work and efforts of volunteers finally paid off. On this harvest day, local government officials from the Ratchaburi province came to give their best wishes, and the landowner who rented the farmland to Tzu Chi also expressed her support for this cause.
This is truly a great cause that this rice will go towards helping the poor. We can accumulate blessings and have the opportunity to create good affinities with everyone.
This rice is not only nutritious, but it is packed with the love of many, packed with the kind efforts of many people.
After this harvest, not only will volunteers distribute the rice to female prison inmates and Tzu Chi care recipients, but they will continue promoting organic farming methods locally as well.
Next in the United States, on December 11th, the Tzu Books and Cafe in San Diego, California, officially opened to the public. The opening ceremony was joined by David Castle, who received Tzu Chi's help 9 years ago.
Today marks the opening of the Tzu Books and Cafe in San Diego. The volunteers hope to attract customers from the mainstream society with organic coffee and its promotion of conservation work.
We expect to be wonderful neighbors.
You know, since you talk about education and the environment, I call it an ecoversity. In fact, that should be your next project, establish university.
And we want to have both that spiritual change in people's hearts, but also the policy changes that make it real. So, you know, Tzu Chi says put Buddhism into action, and we want to put that into action at our city level.
On the opening day, nearly 100 U.S. Tzu Chi volunteers arrived to celebrate the occasion. The volunteers also set up 12 booths to educate local residents on how to cut down their carbon footprint through their daily lives.
All right, we have to answer our question. Name at least 2 brands of biodegradable waste bags.
I came down just to sort of see what this was all about. I saw in the flyer it said they could give us some advice for how to make compost or do organic gardening in a really small space, in an urban space, and that's what we're interested in. And then we made some plans.
Okay.
Among the participants is David Castle, who received Tzu Chi's help during a forest fire 9 years ago.
When you get to what's left of your home, you realize there's nothing salvageable. You also realize you have few clothes, no foods, beds, blankets, robes, not even extra underwear.
Back then, Castle was at a temporary shelter where he met Tzu Chi volunteers who were handing out cash cards. He used the money to rebuild his home.
I kept thinking about Tzu Chi Foundation, and I thought, well, if they can come from Asia and help us here, then I can certainly help us here too. Even though I've lost everything, I still have something to give. I have my experience to give.
I've been there twice.
The seeds of goodness Tzu Chi has planted has flourished in Castle's heart, and with the establishment of the Tzu Books and Cafe, the volunteers hope to continue spreading the goodness to even more people.
Tzu Tzu Chi volunteers in Southern California continue to spread the message of compassion to students. This time, they visited Lytle Creek Elementary in San Bernardino to share with students the images from Hurricane Sandy.
From a teacher standpoint, that is the most touching.
The Tzu Chi Foundation has been providing character education to the students in Lytle Creek Elementary School for years. After understanding Tzu Chi's love and care for the victims from Hurricane Sandy, hundreds of students and teachers gather all together in the school cafeteria.
Okay, good morning, boys and girls. Good morning, teachers. Okay, my name is Miss Vivian, and we here together with my friends from Tzu Chi Foundation are here to talk to you about how you can be stars of compassion. What do you see here?
A lady that's helping a man that looks like he's really sick.
Compassion is when you see somebody that is hurt, you want to help. You want to help others that might need comfort. So I want you to keep that in mind, okay? Compassion is helping and giving.
After demonstrating the concept of compassion, the teacher further introduces Tzu Chi's unique approach of compassion.
My teacher, Master Chen Yan, once told me that compassion isn't just something that we talk about, okay? We don't just use our words, but we actually put it into action. Who knows what's been going on in the East Coast lately?
Hurricane Sandy?
Yes.
It's students' very first time to see photos of devastation from Hurricane Sandy. By providing character education to offer the help to others in need, especially for these young adults, is like planting the seed of love into their hearts and minds.
We can actually help. So they all decided to cook in the darkness. And some people were holding flashlights, some people had headlamps, and they cooked in very, very dark conditions. And they ended up delivering 500 meals to the shelter to feed people. Each classroom will get a poster board in black, and that's our night sky, and then you're gonna get some yellow stars to go on top of that. But the yellow stars can only go on top if you write down something that is an act of compassion that you have done. You see the true effect of education when a student can actually take that lesson home and continue to, to give, even when the teacher doesn't know about it. The student is still continuing to put money into his bamboo bank, and so this is the best kind of results we would like to see for a character education teacher.
Hospital in Penang, Malaysia, is Lin Yizhen. Apart from her profession as a dietitian, she is also a team member, where she is actively promoting awareness of retinal failure prevention. Here's more.
In and out of hospital rooms every morning, what exactly is Lin Yizhen busy with?
I am checking the patient's meals. I have to check their diet against their medical chart and develop an eating plan to meet nutritional requirements. So every morning, this is what I do.
Lin Yizhen arrives at the Jingsi Hall early on her day off. Why is she this busy?
Through this project for prevention of retinal failure, I hope everyone can take responsibility for their own health. That is very important.
Come the weekend and Ling Yizhen is at the dialysis center. One may wonder if Ling has an important mission to complete.
By providing information on a healthy diet, people can monitor their own health, from their own blood sugar to cholesterol, or if a person suffers from kidney infection, how they can put dialysis treatment on hold. This is our biggest drive and motivation.
Currently a dietitian at Island Hospital, Ling Yizhen sees it her mission to safeguard the well-being of her patients through a healthy diet, and her colleagues admire her dedicated spirit.
Actually, she helps people without, thinking about herself, or how to put it, very selfless, and work-wise, she's very hardworking, very dedicated.
Even though she's very busy, if you ask her, she will be very helpful, and she will spend the time and talk to you and explain everything very nicely and very efficiently to you.
Ling Yizhen joined Tzu Chi after attending a Tzu Chi camp while in university. In 2006, she joined the Penang Tima team, and in 2010, Ling became a certified commissioner.
We have to put in effort and stay focused. We have to know where our direction is and where our goals are. This way we will not go astray.
In between work, Tzu Chi, Tima, and her project on renal failure prevention, Ling plays many important roles all at once. And by not letting any time go to waste, she remains committed to her cause and mission.
Staying in Malaysia, 15 students from the graduating class at the Kuala Lumpur Tzu Educare Center and their teachers split into 2 teams and visit Tzu Chi Care recipients, Hong Shi-yu and Luo Meiting. The students not only gave the seniors massages, but also helped them clean up their surroundings.
To care for those in need, the graduating class from the Kuala Lumpur Tzu Educare Center and their teachers are visiting Tzu Chi Care recipients Hou Shi-yu and Luo Meiting.
Nowadays, children are pretty well off. When they came into the house, they told me that it was too hot. They're still very happy because they can bring happiness to others.
Other than giving 72-year-old Grandma Shi-yu a massage, the children also help her clean up her house. The grandma says she was very touched by the children's action.
I love children. I took care of many children before. They're all very lively and innocent. They learn things very fast too.
Meanwhile, another group of the children arrived at the home of Grandma Meiting, who lives with her elderly mother. The senior treats the children with cookies, while Grandma Meiting's mother even shows the children a special trick.
My mother doesn't like noise and trouble, but when the children arrived, she was very happy.
The children also respectfully hand over the fruits and snacks they prepare for the seniors. Before their departure, each of them also gives the seniors big hugs.
One of them suffers from a foot injury and the other one is old, so I have to give them a hug. I'm happy because I did good deed.
This group of children will be graduating soon. Luckily, with their education at the Tzu Educare Center, they have already planted the seeds of goodness in their hearts.
In Malaysia, 11-year-old Zhang Zehong, who after seeing the story of Granny Bottle, decided to become a guardian angel of the planet. Zhang has also started promoting recycling among his classmates at school.
妈咪，为什么阿嬷都不陪我们出去玩了？
这个是因为啊，现在阿嬷有比陪你们玩还要重要的事情哦。
什么事比陪我们玩更重要呢？
捡瓶子啊。
This is the story of Granny Bottle. To leave a clean earth for future generations, the senior collects discarded bottles for recycling. And in Durian Tunggal, Malacca, Zhang Zehong does the same. All this is because...
小朋友，你在做什么？我在撕瓶子。为什么要撕瓶子啊？为了做环保。像有些瓶子很肮脏，也要吗？要，洗了后可以再做。
11-year-old Zhang Zehong attended the Tzu Chi parent-child class for the very first time this year, and during one of the classes, he saw the story of Granny Bottle and was greatly inspired by her spirit.
I
took my son to the Tzu Chi parent and child class where they showed the story of Granny Bottle. The next day he asked me to take him to pick up plastic bottles. Sometimes when we see bottles along the road, he will make me stop so he can pick them up.
I want to become like Granny Bottle and do recycling because our earth has become dirty and has a big hole from all the garbage.
Apart from helping maintain a clean environment, Zehong also promotes recycling among classmates, and they even utilize their break times to pick up bottles on school grounds.
I will bring the empty cans and bottles to school for Zehong, and sometimes during our breaks we will go pick up cans together so he can recycle them.
At a young age, Zehong's enthusiastic spirit in safeguarding the planet is an example for all.
In Taiwan, in Jinsan district of New Taipei City, 86-year-old Grandma Li lives with her grandson in a remote mountainous area. As the senior and her disabled grandson were unable to clean their house, Borough head of their area asked Tzu Chi to help.
Despite the cold weather all around Taiwan, Tzu Chi volunteers in New Taipei City arrive at a care recipient's house to help her clean her home. Some volunteers make hot soup for the senior, while others work together to clear the rubbish and get rid of old and broken furniture.
There were 3 big mice. One of them fell from there.
The mattress is really old and has rotted. In addition, the grandma seems to have urinary incontinence problems.
The 86-year-old grandma lives with her grandson, who suffers from multiple disabilities. Since there was no one who could clean their house, the borough head asked Tzu Chi for help. After a few visits, the volunteers realized that the pair's environment was not only messy but dangerous.
The heater and electronic appliances are too close to the bed, which is very dangerous.
The volunteers work together to clear out all the garbage and bring second-hand furniture from the local recycling station, as well as install a new toilet.
When you are done, you can close the lid so the room won't be all smelly. This will be quite comfortable for your grandmom.
The caregivers did not forget to give the pair haircuts, giving both the house and the grandma and grandson a fresh look.
Thank you everyone for cleaning our house. Yes, I will keep it clean.
Sticking up a Jingsi Everson poster on the wall, Tzu Chi volunteers promise a return visit soon to bring more happiness and love to this family.
At the end of the show, we return to the United States as Las Vegas Tzu Chi volunteers are long-term caregivers to the local blind center. Every year around this time, they will act as Santa, bringing residents Christmas gifts. Thank you for watching and have a good weekend.